Hola amigos and welcome to episode 30 of La Resurreccion, and today we have two games for you. The first in the Copa del Rey 4th round first leg against Levante, and then at home to Alaves in La Liga. Since you've been with me last, it's been a bit of a topsy-turvy time. That's the wrong thing. If we go on the schedule, there we go. So in the last episode we met, I believe it was the Real Madrid and Real Betis game. Yes, it was. Only one win in 5 games. One defeat, but 3 draws. 3 nil-nils as well. We drew the game after the last episode, 0-0 with Marseille. They're the toughest team in our group, so that's not a bad point to get away from home. We then beat today's opponents in the league 3-1. Pacheco, Santos and Kiko grabbing the goals in the first half. They did get a late consolation, but not enough as we grabbed the win. We then drew 0-0 with Rayo Vallecano. Their impressive start to the season continued. And bit of a frustrating game, but it was fairly even, so I think a point was a fair result. We then drew 0-0 away at Cagliari. They've been struggling in Serie A this season. I think they're in the relegation zone of Serie A, but they've been doing well in the Europa League group, and this was actually a good point. I don't think there was a single highlight in this game, not that I can remember, so pretty boring game. And then in our most recent game, we got absolutely stuffed by Sevilla. Now, I know we got battered by Real Madrid, but I think Sevilla are probably the best team I've played in this series. Certainly this Sevilla team. They picked us apart like nobody's business. I know with Real Madrid, they scored a penalty. One of their goals was a set piece, and one of them was just across in the area. But all of Sevilla's goals were just beautiful football. And they certainly schooled us. So we need a big response. Luckily, Levante aren't doing too well in the league. But it is a cup game, and I do like to rotate the team for the cup. That's what I've done for today, as you will see in a second. And Alaves as well are in the relegation zone. So hopefully we can get back to winning ways in the league. If you have a look at the league table, we sit in 9th position. Again, not too far off that European conversation. But again, very early days in the season. We also sit 2nd at the halfway point of our Europa League group, a point clear of Marseille. But again, we're in the conversation. I would have liked us to be a little bit more comfortable, but evidently it's going to be a tough one to get out of. I think we have the reverse fixture of Cagliari next, so that'll be interesting to see how we get on. Anyway, if I show you today's team for the cup competitions, as I said, rotated, and that's what I've gone with. So the team today is Florian Müller is going to be in goal. Wagner is going to be at right back. Michael Keane and Flavio Ramos are going to be at centre backs. Garzon is going to be at left back. Victor Garzon, if it loads him up. There we go. 16-year-old, plenty of potential. He's in the squad because Antonio Luna, if you remember in a couple of episodes ago, he damaged his Achilles tendon. He's out for 5 to 8 months, so his season could well be done. So yeah, wanted one more player in at left back, and I thought what better player to give it to. We didn't really have anyone else, to be fair, but with plenty of potential, he might get a little bit of game time like today, so it could always go and help. Oscar Martinez is going to play in the defensive role. Diego Dem has finally made his first couple of starts. His manager came to me and said that he wasn't happy with his lack of action. I said, yeah, well, that's because he's crap. He didn't buy it, so he's played in the last few games, hasn't played brilliantly, has to be said, but we have a few, I think we've been having a few injury problems. Well, there you go, Rolon suspended, Juan P and Barry injured, so that means we've been pushing the likes of Sanchez a bit further forward as well. So yeah, he's been playing more out of necessity, so I don't know how much we'll see of him. Jimmy Cabo is going to be on the right, Alex Mood on the left. Pacheco is having to play number 10, as I said, the injuries to Juan P and Barre, and Wilfred Boney up top. It's been a little while since Wilfred Boney scored. It's getting to be a bit of a problem. Hopefully, against a team like Levante, he can break his duck today. So the games begin then. I've got replays on this time. It's going to be a good episode. But I just gave the team talk, and we're actually the underdogs in this game, which says a lot considering we've not long ago beat Levante and they are struggling. So yeah, it's getting to that point of desperation. Levante in previous seasons have been a bit of a bogey team, but Martinez heads down, and now we've got ourselves potentially a 2-on-1 situation. Garzon's missed the header. Boateng is through. And Boateng scores just like that. I don't know why we didn't leave. It's because Wagner was taking the corner. Okay, that's my fault then. The corner tactic. As you can see, Wagner's trying to recover. Garzon has made a terrible mistake there. He's missed the interception, giving Boateng the entire half to work with. And through one-on-one, he slots it past Florian Müller. And we go behind. We certainly are underdogs, and a very poor ball forward from Garzon, but we managed to collect. Boney out wide to Cabo. Wagner on the overlap. Cabo, Boney, Müller. Oh, straight at Lazabal. He had half the goal to aim at, and he somehow shot straight at the keeper. Free kick. Levante, Bardi. Muller's there. Vukacic picks it up, but it looks like it's going to be cleared. Can we counter? Pacheco, potential 3-on-3 situation. Oh, he's overhit the ball out to Cabo, and Duarte gets across. A really poor ball from Pacheco. Could have countered there. And it, again, picks up. 10 minutes to go to half-time, and it's our ball now. Pacheco in the middle. Relying on him to be the creative outlet today. Playing in an unfamiliar role. Artenez to Diego Dem. Now forward to Cabo. Drives forward well. Works his way to Pacheco. Good ball out this time to Wagner. Got options in the middle. Whips one in. Müller's there and he heads it just the wrong side of the post. We are knocking on the Levante door. But I think half-time is going to come around, which will halt our momentum. Indeed it does. 1-0 to Levante. And it's from our own wrongdoing, really. I'm going to get aggressive and say I expect to see much better performances. We need something in the second half. It looks okay, but nothing really decisive. Could this be it? Pacheco, back to Garzon, Müller, Martinez, Pacheco, Wagner outright, and that's where he goes. A lovely ball. Can work into the box. Straight at the keeper, and Müller is going to be there to tap it in. Costly goalkeeping from Lazabal has let Malaga back into the game. Pacheco sprays a lovely ball out wide to Wagner. He's got acres of space to work with. Gets the ball in. Boney with the header. Too strong evidently for the keeper. And Müller smashes it in. Probably won't get a much easier goal in his entire career, and we draw level. I don't know how away goals work, if they're a factor in the Copa del Rey. I'm not too sure. But yeah, important to be level in the tie, obviously. Right, an hour gone, and I think I am going to make a change. Just having a look. Cabo has got a bit of a knock, so let's take him off. We'll just bring on Kiko. That's an easy enough change to make. Potential chance, Duarte. Oh, to Duamena, and he's released Boateng. A lovely ball once again. This time, Florian Müller is equal to it. But Levante have the corner. Bardi to whip one in. Duamena. Oh, my word. I think it's Duamena. Yeah. Free at the far stick. And he somehow blasted his header straight over the bar. Glorious opportunity. Pacheco. Unbelievable. Just like that, the game turns around. Something out of nothing from Danny Pacheco. His third goal of the season. The ball just played forward by Martinez. Diego Dem. Little ball to Pacheco. And he picks his spot. Bends one into the top corner. That is an unbelievable strike from Danny Pacheco. We have completely turned this game around. Right, I was going to make a change, but there's a highlight, so we'll let it play out. Müller with the ball out to Wagner. Kiko, Diego Dem. He's put in a better performance this game. It's good to see. And Garzon has committed, but he's missed the ball. And Wagner does well to make that interception, but Levante can come forward. Ball into the middle. Boateng is there. And the man has hit back once again. Emmanuel Boateng always seems to score against us. And again, another mistake by Garzon is what inevitably led to this goal. A good ball in by Duarte. Floats one over. 3 men in the middle of Mark. I have no idea what the centre-backs are doing. But yeah, very disappointed that now we've got ourselves in front. We've ultimately cost ourselves the lead. And I'm going to make a couple of changes. Michael Santos is going to come on up top because Boney's had a pretty poor game. But just over 10 seconds, looks like it's going to be it. Given our recent form, maybe not surprising that it's resulted in a draw. But like I said, considering we'd beaten Levante not too long ago, a little bit disappointing. But at least we haven't lost. We're still in the tie. The second leg is going to be at home. So, certainly going to be in our favour. But a job to do still, although Levante could come forward. A good tackle by Michael Keane. And that is going to be game over. A fairly even game. I'd probably say a draw was a fair enough result. I'll say I'll praise the boys because they did come back. So, right. I desperately need a drink because my throat is hurting like nobody's business. And I will join you for the Alaves game. Okay, game day 2 of the episode. And again, injuries are hitting us a little bit. As you'll notice, Robles is in for Fagner. Fagner, during weight training, got a lower back stress fracture. There we go, 7 to 8 weeks out. So, yeah, he's going to be out until probably New Year, which means Robles is going to get an extended run in the side. And Vogo's just coming back from a knock. So is Michael Santos. Barre's back. Juan P is back as well. But, yeah, injuries really playing a part. But this is the team we are going to go with today. So Vogo is going to return in goal. Robles at right back, as we've already said. Keane and Sampaio centre half. So this one, Marceli Hermes at left back. Seri and Rolon in the middle for this one. They've sort of emerged as my preferred centre midfield pairing at the moment. Sanchez has gone off the boil a little bit, and when these two play together, they do play quite well. Kiko is going to be in at right mid. Juan P number 10. Müller is going to be on the left. Pacheco is going to be on the bench for this one. And Michael Santos is going to be up top. We could really do with a win in this game. As I said earlier, Alaves struggling. So we need to capitalise as much as possible. So the games begin then, and Alaves playing in a disgusting green kit. Apologies if you can't really see that on the screen. Right, this is the first highlight of the game, and we've got 10 minutes to go to half-time. Alaves, Bergui is in behind, and Bergui scores. What a great goal from Alaves' point of view, really hitting us on the counter. A long ball over the top from Jonathan Caleri. A poor throw from Hermes. Well, it's not even that, actually. Müller just gets beat to the ball by his man. And then Robles has let his man go from a tight angle. Bergui, got to give credit to him, finishes it off, and that is not a promising start to this game. Half-time rolls around. That was the only highlight of the first half, and has resulted in an Alaves goal for the second game in a row. We've got a comeback to do. Is it going to start here? No, didn't think so. I'm just having a look at the Alaves team. They've actually got some decent players. Jonathan Guidetti. Caleri's always been fairly good on this game. We'll have a look at that again in a minute. But it looks like Alaves could be coming forward again here. Just long ball over the... Or tried a long ball over the top once again. It just seems to be their preferred method of playing. Just launching it up top. Sam Allardyce, School of Football Manager, that. But we start from the back. Keane finds a good ball to Alex Müller. Inside to Michael Santos. But it's a good tackle. Apparently not. The commentary seemed to think that was a shocking tackle. The referee's gone to VAR. Could be a red card here for Alaves. And we're still a long way to go in the second half. That could prove problematic. No card whatsoever. Okay, a yellow. Juan P, free kick. Michael Keane heads it over at the back stick. May have been slightly let off there. But it has gone to VAR, so it would have gone through a thorough check. But we are not playing well. Michael Santos really not playing well, sorry. So we'll bring on Wilfred Boney. See if he can break his duck. And now Alex Müller has got himself injured, which is excellent. So we'll bring on Danny Pacheco. That's an easy enough change to make. But I was talking about the Alaves side. Caleri as well. Rodrigo Ely, I think, is AC Milan once upon a time. Hadagonyi, of course, they used to be at Huddersfield. But we enter the latter stages of this game. Just under 10 minutes to go. And it really isn't looking good for us. I thought I'd stop the clock, but apparently not. Time ticks down. Let's push out Juan P to that right-hand side. Bring in Kaidi Bare. Ooh. Push it up to very attacking. But it looks like, ladies and gents, that is going to be all she wrote. A really poor performance. We have dominated the stats, but one real significant chance of note. And we lose this game 1-0, and there is a lot to do in terms of going forward. Really disappointed with that result. A really poor episode today, it has to be said. but it does show we are human. Alex Müller going to be out for 3 weeks. Yeah, really, really poor episode. In terms of, let's have a look at the league table actually. So we are 10th now, but some teams around us have games in hand, so that could slide down a little bit more. So we could find ourselves in a bit of bother. Again, only a couple of points away from the European spots, but again, not too far away from the relegation zone either, as we get about a quarter of the way through the season. So not the ideal situation to be in. If we have a look at when we will be back, let's skip November. Let's start with, we'll do the second leg of the Levante game, and then we'll play Atletico Madrid, because that's a big team. I don't think I've shown Atletico yet in a live com, so we'll show that game at home. That is going to be massive. That is going to be it for today's episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you are, you are a bit of a monster, but there we go. If you have, please pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.